All right. We're checking some chit out here again. We're with the Valhalla amps. We have Tiago in the room. We're here in Studio 11 with Paul. We're here at Treesound. We're checking some chit out today, and we're going to be doing the Jotunn 100. So roll the intro.
Checking chit out. Checking chit out. We're checking chit out. We're checking chit out. We're checking chit out. We're checking chit. Todos los días me dicen buenos días. Adiós mío.
So we're here. We're going to be checking out the Jotunn 100. One of these days I'll pronounce it 100% correctly. But yeah, we're going to go through now with Tiago through all the sounds. I'm right now using this arcology right here. We got some Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge. We got, I want to say it's a 49. And the neck, I keep forgetting about them. I make these guitars and I don't even know. But yeah, we're going to be checking it out right now. I guess we're going to start with the clean.
Yes, we're going to
Channel one.
the cleans. By the way, that might be the 59. If it's a Duncan, might be the 59.
That's what it is. JB and 59 in the neck. Yeah.
He doesn't even make them, and he knows
The
them.
magic combo. I just, we're using 57s on the cab, 54s, 59s, 84s, 421s. It's
Too many numbers. Too many numbers.
in here. But yeah, we'll start with the clean channel. I'm in drop D right now on the bridge pickup. So I'll go to neck pickup now. All right. Sounds beautiful.
Kind of Neckerson.
Yeah?
Like the Neckersons.
Yeah, that next is pretty.
Very necky.
All right.
And it's cool that you showed how dynamic it is. Like if you pick light, it's pristine, clean.
Yeah.
And if you pick harder, all of a sudden you hear that edge of breakup, but still
But
so much.
Still remains clean, even with the breakup.
Yeah.
Still definition. Yeah.
Very responsive. Yeah, it's
super dynamic.
Yeah. So in this channel, we have several modes, right?
Correct. We have this is the channel 1. So we have the clean mode, which is the first mode. We also have the overdrive mode.
In channel 1.
Channel 1 still. And when you're in overdrive mode, you can also activate the internal boost,
Right.
which kicks the overdrive mode into a high gain.
And the boost is on both channels.
The boost works for both
Channels. Right.
Clean in overdrive mode, and for the dirty channel, which is only overdrive mode.
Okay.
But you add the boost, you have a high gain.
Okay.
mode.
So the boost won't work on the clean. You have to be in the overdrive mode to act.
No.
No, it works on the clean.
So we're in clean right now. right?
Yeah.
So let's activate the boost.
No, the boost don't work.
It doesn't work. Okay, that's what he was saying. Okay, it doesn't. Okay,
It only works in the overdrive mode on the clean channel.
I get it. So next thing we'll try is an overdrive mode on clean channel.
Yeah.
Correct. So now, still channel 1 going to overdrive.
Yeah, it really cleans up. It basically follows your playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move that to the neck position here. It's magical. Gorgeous.
Crazy definition.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to find in a single amp that much dynamic, which means an uncompressed sound,
Right.
that does not feel stiff.
Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah.
When played, because usually the more compressed, the easier it is on the fingers, because the less work you got to do.
Yeah.
Now, like you just played now, like this last passage you did, you can hear all the dynamic, but tell me, does it feel stiff or?
Oh, no, absolutely at all.
That's where some of the magic of this amp is.
It is an amp that brings a lot of the player out too. So you need to be more conscious of what you're playing as well.
Definitely. Because whatever you do there, it will.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it is like one of those things where you play maybe like something that is a little bit more expressive and nuanced, right? Like that will sustain for days. But if you get any of the other strings in there, like it captures everything. You could sustain for days here. You could just stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still sustaining. Don't even look at it.
And
Look away.
We're still in the clean channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we haven't hit the boost button yet.
Yeah. We're still on clean channel, and we're still on the second mode. There's one more.
Yeah.
Which is that overdrive mode with the boost on top of it.
Let's hear it. So I'll keep playing and you hit the boost, okay? So
Okay.
I just freaked out for a second because I just realized we're still in the neck position and it's still the bottom end doesn't feel loose. It's still like tight,
Yeah.
Yep.
you know? Which now all the way to the bridge. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And right there, those type of chords where you have like that extra third in there with like very close intervals, a lot of amps can't bring that definition out. And here you hear a lot of amps struggle with those lower melodic passages within the chord. And I'm still wide open here. Everything's like all the dynamics you're hearing are just the picking.
It's great how much bottom you're getting out of the bridge pickup.
It makes you want to just make a record of guitars.
And the other thing is, I know it's hard for it to show up on camera because everything gets very compressed when it ends up posting a video. But
No, we're recording this shit, bro.
yeah, but one thing that people would have to be here to really appreciate is the fact that you. I was gonna say that.
That the boost is still
Isn't
Now, one thing that would be interesting for people to notice is that when we're talking here at speaking level, and the noise that you hear from the amp now, it's a lot lower than what we're talking here. Now, whenever you play the guitar, it's so much louder, which shows like how much the noise floor on this amp it's low compared to the amount of gain and how loud you are. Like just now, just bring your volume up and play. Do you hear what I was talking about? It's like the noise, the noise level.
Oh, it's
It's noise floors.
Yeah. The signal to noise ratio is absolutely crazy.
it is crazy.
And it was something while we were dialing in the tones and stuff like that, it was something that we were noticing too. Like realistically, you were even saying it too, that I wouldn't even need to use a noise gate.
That's right. We were talking about gating earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible to use a noise gate if let's say if your signal chain has a lot of pedals, which
Sure.
introduces noise, and you still want a noise gate just to have that gated palm mute thing that a lot of the 90s band use, then yeah, you still can use a noise gate because the effects loop on those amps are serial.
Yeah.
It's loop. They're in series, not parallel. So you can use both EQ type effects. It can use modulation, and of course, you still can use delay and reverb. Now, if you have a parallel effects loop, those work great with delay and reverb, but not that great with modulation or
EQs or pitch gates.
exactly.
Yeah, because I'm just going to throw this out as a test right now too, because even those more rhythmic palm mute kind of stuff that you would use those noise gates and stuff like that, I would argue that in the context of a mix, you're not going to hear that whatsoever. And right now, like volume is on, so like throw the boost on very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, that another point to be made. It's like we're still on the first channel.
Yeah, that's a great.
I was about to say, can we get to channel 2, please?
Let's get to channel 2.
Come on.
Now, going to the channel 2, with the drive.
Channel 2, where we in cleaner drive. I get
channel
confused.
2, it only has 2 sounds, which is overdrive or high gain.
So the clean drive button,
That's
that has no effect on channel 2?
That's for channel 1.
Right.
There,
No. Yeah. But channel 2, when we get to channel 2.
Channel 2, now we on drive mode, which is
which in a sense kind of sounds similar to the clean channel with
the drive button.
Driving the boost on, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But here you can engage the EQ now. So you can have a little bit more tone shaping capabilities, right?
Oh no, the EQ you use for all channels.
Oh, for all channels.
Right.
Okay.
That's global.
Perfect.
Yeah, for both channels and all 5 modes. It's a single EQ that, unlike most amps, it's made to shape, because the amp gives you one great tone, one great clean, one great overdriven. And then with that EQ, what it does is it will just add or remove little nuances to that tone.
Yeah.
It will not change the sound. It will just like make it fit better and for what you're looking for. Yeah. Let's say if the room is too bassy, if you have too much low end build up in the room, then you just bring the bass down a little bit. You're not changing the tone, you're just removing low end. Same thing if you want to add, and same thing for mids, highs, and presses. This amp, the EQ don't change the tone.
Yeah.
It just makes your sound fit the purpose, better.
Yeah. Well, let's hear the boost on now, and then maybe you can go up to the amp and change the EQ while I'm playing something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now we have we're still on channel 2. And while you play,
we'll hit the boost. Yeah.
There we go. Definitely enough distortion on tap for me.
Oh yeah.
Here it is. Now, still on channel 2, but with the boost off. So we have a little bit less gain, and people can hear the EQ even better.
Yeah.
I'm going to be, you play some line there, preferably a rhythmic line.
Perfect.
If possible, with some chugging.
Perfect.
Palm mute also. And I'll be tweaking the controls. I'm going to start with the bass. Then I'm going to go to mid, treble, and presence. While you play, just so you guys can hear how the EQ works.
Perfect.
In the context of this amp, like how he designed the EQ to work for what would be the right way to say, put this at, to complement the amp instead of changing.
Yeah.
To complement the tone instead of changing it.
Perfect.
You know, so you hear them getting more or less of what I'm doing, but the tone is still going to be the same. Like play.
The tone remains the same.
So did you guys?
Yeah, I can totally hear that. Yeah. Yeah, the EQs are very forgiving is one way to put it, I think. You know.
Extremely musical.
Yep.
I did mention this to a friend of mine. I said that this EQ kind of reminds me of an API 550, 558.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You know why? Because you can change if you use it. It will change, but it's still the same.
Yeah.
You know, it will add or subtract, but in a very musical way. Even if you crank, it's an API.
Right. I mean, yeah, you actually have to crank it to really hear it change a lot.
And it's extremely musical.
Right.
And so that's.
And what is that EQ? Is there some basis for that? Was it designed based on anything?
No.
Was there a
design?
But
that's
you had to have some inspiration. That's a discussion for him, I suppose.
Yeah, I would say that's a discussion for him. But
I mean, I'm just saying you compared it to a 550, an API. So it's like, is that something that he listened to? Does he have a background for that, or is I'm just curious to know, because it was a really interesting EQ. And it reminds me of an older Pultec style, or so. I'm wondering where his.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, even the low end too, like a lot of things that happens with a lot of amplifiers, you start introducing more low end and it starts overloading the speakers, it starts sounding party and all this other stuff. And here it was like almost like, man, I could kind of play this with the low end all the way cranked up. My bass player would hate me, but
but that's the reason that he didn't think he had a need for a depth control. And realistically, you don't need the depth with this amp at all.
Yeah.
Because the low end, it's so precise and so good that unlike most amps, when you most of our amps, to be honest with you, whenever people are playing live or recording, what they have to do is they just have to get the low end almost all the way down, if not all the way down.
Yeah.
Just so the amp can sound, can hold together and sound tight. Not with this one.
No.
This one, you can crank it up and it's still gonna sound tight.
Yeah.
I think it might be hard for someone to need all that low end, but it's better to have and not need it than need and not have.
Yeah.
And it's super musical, the low end too.
It really is.
Yeah. Super tight.
Probably same circuitry in the Odin. Similar circuitry.
No,
the Odin is the bass amp.
Yeah. He has been using, a few characteristics of his amps, of his designs, which is in all the Valhalla line, even like having different models and different, like this one, it's a high-grade PC board, printed circuit board. The other amps are all point-to-point hand wired,
including the Odin.
But they all share a few of the same characteristics, which proves that those are all keys design,
right?
Which is tight low end, clarity, and fast attack. Whatever you give the amp gives you back. And the clarity on the notes, it's on those amps, it's on the Ragnar, which is a 25 watt Class A amp, which is super simple, single channel, sounds incredible. It's on the Thor, which is a 40 or 50 watt, 2 channel, point-to-point hand wired 2EL34s. They all check. Oh, Dave Catchin's amp has
Rancho della Luna, the combo.
Yeah, the Rancho della Luna combo has the same characteristics also, which is you crank the low end, you hear the low.
Yeah.
You crank the treble, you hear the treble. You play a chord, you hear every note. The clarity, it's incredible. And they all also take effects incredibly well.
Yeah.
And so those are all characteristics of Keys design. So that's why I don't think he designed this EQ for this amp and the other EQ. I could be completely wrong because I never sat down with him and asked him about this.
We'll have to sit down and talk some cheap.
Yeah. I think it would be a great idea to have him on the show.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Because then you could ask him all those very technical questions, because it's like a Marshall EQ. The Marshall EQ behaves like a Marshall EQ on every Marshall.
On every Marshall, sure.
Same thing with Fender EQs, and that's a Valhalla EQ.
Right.
So they all behave the same on all the amps
Sure.
of the entire line. They sound different. The amps sound completely different, but they all have the same Valhalla characteristics.
Mhm.
Which is very, very touch sensitive, super high headroom, huge clarity on the notes, and a super tight low end.
Yeah.
And Viking awesomeness.
Exactly.
I would go to showcase that even a little bit more too on this second channel now, just to show the dynamics, how well it cleans up too, right? Like if I play.
This is the clean, the dirty channel.
Yeah, so just palm muting some stuff, right? And just playing more dynamically with the pick. Mesmerize it.
Yeah.
be here for days. Yeah. But I think this is a good point to cut it here and go into the Jotunn 50.
Absolutely.
And we'll do another video on that one. So make sure you're still subscribed here to the channel. And if you haven't, hit it right now. Hit those bell notifications so you don't miss the next video. Drop a comment on your thoughts about the 100. And we'll catch you guys on the next video.
Checking shit out.
Bam, bam.
Checking shit out. We're checking shit out. Checking shit out. We're checking shit. Checking shit out. Checking shit out. We're checking shit.